Hi preschool, welcome back to Art with Miss B. I'm so excited to see you guys today. And today we are going to get to make some paintings using toilet paper rolls. What? Miss B, how are we gonna do that? Well, I'm gonna show you. Okay, so today what you are going to need is some toilet paper rolls. If you don't know what these are, go ask your mom or dad, okay? But you can also use a paper towel roll because it's the same thing. A paper towel roll is just one big long one, whereas Miss B has two smaller ones, okay? But I'm gonna have two, but you can do one or both or more if you want. But I'm gonna show you how to do two different types of shapes using our toilet paper rolls to create a painting. So you'll need toilet paper rolls. You'll need a piece of paper. You are going to need some scissors. Now make sure they are scissors that are the right size for you, okay? And we are being very careful with our scissors. So make sure you have your scissors. And you are gonna need some paint. Miss B has this kind of paint, but you can use the tempera paint or washable paint. You can even use watercolor paint, but the water may make the cardboard a little bit soft, but it's not gonna be bad. Watercolor paint, and then this is a maybe, just a maybe. Maybe some tape. Miss B has blue tape here, but any tape will work just fine. Okay, so we'll see if we end up meeting our paint today. All right, so let's get started and see what we're gonna get to paint today. Okay, so I have all my supplies here ready to go. So what I have up here, this is just some tin foil. This is what I'm gonna put my paint on. If you have a paper plate or a plastic plate or something that is washable, you can go ahead and use that as well, but you'll wanna clean it right away or have your moms and dads clean it right away with the water, okay? But Miss B's just gonna use tin foil because then I can just throw it away when I'm all done. All right, and so let's get our cardboard tubes ready, okay, or toilet paper rolls. So the first one I want to make so that it kind of has petals because we're going to be making a flower. So to do that, you are going to want your scissors, and I'm going to use a black marker here, and this black marker will show you where Miss B is going to be cutting the lines, but you don't need to do this part, okay? So I'm going to just draw a circle around my cardboard tube, okay? It wasn't a perfect circle, right? But then I'm just gonna make some lines that go up. You can make them as thick or as thin as you want. You can make them wide, you can make them narrow, however you want to. And those are the lines that Miss B is gonna be cutting. So I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm going to cut them. See, one little snip should do it like this. I line up my scissor up to my line and I just cut. You may need to do a couple of cuts. Okay, so now I have all of them cut, but now I need to fold them back. Okay, so Miss B is gonna be moving them back like this, and I can even put it onto the table like this, because we want our cardboard to kind of have that look to it. Do you see that? How it kind of looks like a flower already without adding paint onto it yet? Okay, so this is how our first one's gonna look. And the second one, I'm gonna make this one look like it has a heart on the top. Okay, so how I'm gonna do that is I'm going to pinch the bottom, okay, like this, so that it has the pointy part of my heart. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a point there. Then on top, I'm going to pinch it again. But this time, Miss B is going to try to pinch it on the inside. Okay, do you see I have two fingers on the inside? You may need some help for this part. Okay, but two fingers on the inside, press down on the top with my finger like this, and then pinch like this. And do you see how it's starting to make my heart shape? Okay, now this is where Miss B said that maybe we're gonna want some tape because I don't want this shape to move. I want it to still look like the heart. So I'm just going to pinch it a little bit more so it's extra strong. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of that tape. I'm just gonna try it with my tape here. so I'm gonna take a little bit of that tape and I'm just going to put tape over the top like this. Okay, so that it doesn't move its shape hopefully on me there. All right, so I have my cardboard heart and my cardboard flower ready to go. So I'm gonna set those aside. Now is the time when you're gonna wanna get your paint out and ready. So I'm gonna squirt my paint onto my tin foil and then I'll show you how we get started. Okay, so I have my paints all set up. You can see I left space between them. Now, Miss B doesn't have really cool colors like pink and stuff, so I'd have to mix that if I wanted pink. So if you have any other colors, that's totally fine with whatever you want to use. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cardboard tube here, and I am just going to dip it into some of my paint. So I think I'm going to start with kind of a yellow one. Okay, sorry for the noise, it's gonna be a little bit loud, but I'm gonna kind of like turn it in a circle like this, okay, so that it can get all around. Press down hard so I know that it's getting all of it. Do you see how if I look in the bottom, there's still parts that don't have paint on it? We want to make sure that we get parts with paint, everything with paint on it. Okay, you can even like press down with your fingers if you don't mind getting a little bit messy. Okay, and then I'm gonna take that and I'm going to stamp it on my paper and turn it around just like that. And see how it made kind of a circle, almost like a sunflower look to it? Yep. Now maybe I want to grab a little bit of red and mix red with my yellow, and it changes my color. If you remember, red and yellow makes orange. So I'm gonna grab a little bit more red because it didn't quite turn it all the way orange. I want it to be really orangey. Turn, turn, turn. Then maybe I want to add some of that orange into there. Wow, look at how that made my sunflower look. Okay, I'm gonna put that one aside. You can keep playing with it though if you like that one. I'm gonna grab my heart. Okay, now my heart, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of red on that guy. Okay, so spread around my paint. Make sure that all of my edges have some red paint on it. Okay, if you look on the edge of my cardboard tube, you can see that it has paint all over it. And now I'm going to stamp it. Oh, that one didn't work super great. Let's see, press down a little bit more. The one part that I didn't get is this top part here. So maybe I just need a little bit more paint. And press down and try that again. Oh, it's starting to work a little bit better. Let's see. Just keep trying. That's the name of the game here. Is sometimes you just gotta stamp it a lot. Okay, but it still has a really cool look to it. So maybe I'm gonna keep trying some more here. Okay, so now that we have some flower choices here, these hearts kind of look like tulip flowers to Miss B. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take one of my cardboard tubes and I am just going to, you can even grab a new one if you want, but I'm gonna cut a little bit off of this guy. Okay, so you see, kind of made it like a rectangle, a long skinny rectangle. And then I'm all done with this one, so I'm just gonna kind of put it to the side. So you see how I cut a little rectangle out of there? Okay, now the reason I did this is because I want to use this long skinny part here to make kind of the stems of my flowers. So let's see, if I take my cardboard here, I do the same thing. I get some paint all along the edges of it. Just like that. You see how there's paint on the edge? Okay. And I'm going to make the green stems of my flowers. Now, I know that my sunflower that I made, I want that to be a little bit wider because sunflowers tend to have a really big stalk. So I'm just gonna keep tapping, tap, 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 to make it a little bit wider. Okay, now you can take that same piece of cardboard and on this flat side, not the skinny side, put that into some paint like this, and you can make some leaves for your flowers. Now I know that sunflowers have big leaves, so I'll make those ones extra big, whereas those ones are a little bit smaller. You can even keep going on if you want to add grass. Flip that cardboard tube over to another different side, and you can make some grass coming up out of the ground like this if you want your flowers to have some ground. Now Miss B is gonna just go ahead and keep playing around with different things that I can add to it, okay? For example, like some clouds and the sun in the sky. Okay, so follow along, Miss B, or just make your own. So here is my finished cardboard tube painting. I hope you guys had fun getting to do this. I did for sure, and I learned some new things because Miss B has only ever tried the cardboard tube thing once before. Now, I hope that you had fun getting to do it and that yours looks so different and very special. I hope you guys have a really great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.